Hi y'all, Lindsay here from Fearless Coaching. It is glorious to be back and look how stunning it is out here. I can't even believe it, a bluebird sky behind me, not a cloud anywhere to be seen. And this beautiful calm water just really generates this beautiful feeling of peace and calm overall. So today I want to talk about indecision. And recently we've been talking about perfectionism and fear, and these all kind of tie together. So I wanted to continue on this train. And I want to kick this off by asking you, have you ever felt stuck in indecision, paralyzed by the fear of making a choice, going over and over and over again in your head? What if this, what if that, what if I make the wrong choice? What will people think? What if it's not good enough yet? What if it's not perfect enough yet? What if so on and so forth? How can I change it if it is the wrong decision? So you can see how we can have a tendency to really get stuck on this hamster wheel of creating stories around a potential decision and weighing the positives and negatives. And so I want to start by saying this isn't necessarily a negative thing. So indecision can really benefit us, actually. And the ways it can benefit us is it gives us this opportunity to really analyze and decipher, weigh all the facts, look at the decision, analyze if the potential outcomes, the potential benefits, the potential challenges. And also, it can give us opportunity to have more time to gather more information so we can make an informed decision rather than one just off the cuff. Okay, sure, let's go for it. So then, that will leave us not feeling in regret, making the decision from an informed place, from a knowledgeable place. And this is all great, but let's talk about analysis paralysis for a minute. So those are the benefits of indecision, and indecision can be a really beneficial thing. But let's talk about getting stuck there, being there too long, being in a place of being paralyzed basically by decisions. So then we choose not to make a decision. Our decision is not making a decision. And oftentimes this can leave us feeling stuck, feeling overwhelmed, feeling anxious, feeling regret because we may have missed out on an opportunity, feeling like we're not growing or moving forward in life. And these all can be incredibly disempowering feelings that often can generate this inner experience of feeling victimized by life, feeling a victim of life. Life is happening to me rather than for me. And so oftentimes this is what being stuck in indecisiveness can generate over a lengthy amount of time. And then when we don't make one decision, we tend to not make other decisions. So this becomes a continuum that we travel down in life, and it really can generate feelings of frustration overall. So today I want to talk about flexing our muscle of decisiveness. What the hell am I talking about? You might be asking. Excuse my French with the word hell. I didn't mean for that to come out. But okay, so flexing this muscle of decisiveness. So you may be saying, oh, well, I'm a decisive person. I just struggle with big decision. We all struggle with big decision. But let's talk about indecision if it plagues your daily life, if it's something that you deal with when it comes to small decisions, medium-sized decisions, large decisions. So it doesn't mean that you're an indecisive person. It doesn't mean that you will be an indecisive person for the rest of your life. It really is something that you can grab onto and say, this is an area that I would love to work on in my life. I recognize that I experience indecision on a very regular basis with all kinds and sizes of decisions. And so I'm going to make the conscious effort to transform this. And it can be done. Let me tell you, it can be done. It just takes diligence and it takes practice. So just like flexing a muscle and working it out over time, the muscle gets stronger, it gets larger, it gets bigger, it gets more resilient, it becomes more adaptable. And overall, we just feel and more strength in our life, in our physical body. Well, our decisive body can be the exact same way. So I'm going to go over 7 different ways that we can really flex our decisive muscle to become more decisive in our daily lives, no matter what kind of decision we're making. So the first step, or the first way to kind of strategy to dig into this, is acknowledge and address fears that are coming up. So, really deciphering where fear is coming up when it comes to indecision. Are you afraid that if you make this decision, everything will change and you're fearing change? You're fearing the success that may come and the changes that might come with the success. Are you fearing what other people might think if you make this decision? Are you fearing, the fact of making the wrong decision? And so this is a great thing to first acknowledge and address. What are the underlying tones, the underlying foundations of fear here that are really holding you back and interrupting you from making a clear decision in your life? Number 2, get out of your head. Easier said than done. Our minds are such a powerful thing, and they can be quite controlling over time. They can really take control of the situation. And so, this is a call for you to get out of your head and access your emotional body and your feeling in your body. Access your intuition. The intuition really lives within the feelings and emotions of our body. Our emotions are indication of what our intuition is trying to tell us, what our higher self, what our gut is trying to tell us. But oftentimes this can be completely overrun by the mind. We want to mentally figure out everything in life. And there is no problem with that, but oftentimes it can create analysis paralysis. It can disrupt us from moving forward and from growing, because we get so stuck in our head and caught up of analyzing the what ifs and the what I should have done and what I could have done. So, this is a call for you to quiet the mind via the breath, via meditation, via affirmation, via walking in nature, whatever it takes for you to really clear your mind and become and access a sense of peace and calm within. And then you can really tap the emotions. You can tap how you feel in your body when you think, or sorry, when you feel the idea of making a choice. You can tap the gut feeling, you can tap the inner knowing and the intuition. So that's number 2. Number 3, practice, practice, practice making decisions. Start with baby decisions and smaller decisions, and then move your way up and up and up to making bigger decisions. So, this can be done by taking 5 to 10 really small decisions every single day. It can be about what peanut butter to buy, it can be about what outfit to wear in the morning, it can be about, what color to choose if you're if you're creating an art project. It can be so many things. Life really is built on this idea of making decision, decision, decision after decision. So we're continually making decisions all day long. That's how we create and build our lives. So it can really, what are you going to have for breakfast? What are you going to have for dinner? So this can be really a place to start practicing being decisive, not taking too long to make small decisions, just making the decisions and moving forward, making the decisions and moving forward. So, number 4, assess the bigger picture. So, when it comes to decision making, oftentimes we get stuck on decisions that potentially aren't going to matter a year from now. They may not matter or affect or influence us 5 years from now. They may not be life changing and influence our 10-year picture. So it's really great to shift our perspective from the smaller momentary in the moment decision to the larger picture. How will this influence and affect me overall in the expanse of time? And if it isn't going to affect you 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, then maybe that will give you a sense of peace and calm and being able to make the decision there in the moment, because you know it's not going to influence you that greatly down the road. Okay, number 5, learn to trust yourself. You are an incredibly competent and amazing human being who knows yourself inside and out. No one knows you as well as you do yourself. Not that person over there, not that teacher over there, not society or what society thinks you should do or how you should live your life. This is a call for you to learn to trust yourself and who you are, and know and own that you are an empowered and capable decision maker in your life, and you will choose what is right for you every time. And so when we give our power away to society or other people and allow them to influence our choices, it really disempowers us. It really teaches us not to trust ourselves. It teaches us that we don't know what's right for us, that other people do, that society does, and that is not true. We know what is right for us within. We just have to access that. Number 6, access the power of good enough. And this can really tie into the perfectionism that can plague us oftentimes as well. It's like we want it to be perfect. We don't want to make a mistake in life. But the truth and reality is that's how we grow and learn from life, is we make mistakes, we fail, we get back up, we try it again. And so it's this idea of, okay, maybe this decision isn't the utmost perfect thing that you could have wished for or imagined, but it is great right now, and it could lead to other opportunities in the future. So really dive into this idea of, it's good enough right now. Maybe it's not perfect, but it's good enough, and it will cause me to move forward, and other opportunities might come from this. So let's dive in and go for this. It's good enough right now. And then the final one is, most decisions aren't, okay, so the final one is, you can usually change your mind later. So most decisions aren't set in stone. Even if you decide to move somewhere or take on a new job and you dive into it and you absolutely just aren't aligned with it, it isn't right for you, you discover that it's not the right choice. Usually we can always change our minds. I said usually and always in the same sentence. Those don't go together. Most of the time we can change our minds. The decision isn't set in stone. We can change things. And that's the power that we really have within us. That's the empowered belief of, we have the ability to change something if we don't like it. So that's all I have for today. Indecision, again, is near and dear to my heart because it's oftentimes really dialed in and connected into fear and self-sabotage, which is what I really work with my clients with, as well as perfectionism, which is near and dear to my heart and something that I am, overcoming day in and day out in my life. So active courage this time around in regards to indecision is, I encourage you to start making small decisions, baby decisions every day in your life. Just take the time, set a time limit if you feel stuck in analysis paralysis, set 2 minutes for yourself, make the decision, move forward. Start with baby decisions, then move to small decisions, then move to more medium and larger decisions. So I encourage you to do this. And that's your act of courage for the week, is really, where can you be more decisive in even just the smaller things in your life? Because through making decisions, we really empower ourselves, and we practice and we flex that muscle and we strengthen that within us. And then we become more decisive on a larger and larger scale in life, and we start to move forward and we access new opportunities and new possibilities. All right, y'all, if you're stuck in indecision and you want some help moving forward, I'm your girl. I do 60-minute free strategy sessions. We can talk all about what fear or indecision or perfectionist or perfectionism, how it may be holding you back in your life from really accessing your dreams and accessing new opportunity and growth. So reach out to me, drop a yes in the comments, connect with me on private messenger, schedule a free 60-minute session, a strategy call, a discovery call, and we'll have fun and just dig in and explore. All right, y'all, wishing you so much love.